Again, if you're just joining us, Secure 247 on Echo 89.7 FM, Richard Amoa and Bolaji. We are here, and our goal today is to look at some issues around things happening in Lagos. And don't forget, this show is powered by Lagos State Government. The aim and the objective is to do what? To encourage you and to educate you and to support you. Bolaji, I want us to discuss about security guards. I wanted to discuss about security guard, that people that watch over the facilities and how they are underpaying these guys. I've seen what's it called, a trend or a video that trended about how some men came into an estate and how security men, guards just opened the gate for them and just walked in and other stuff. But Ajay, you are an intelligent officer, a retired army officer. Currently, you're a security consultant. I want us to do justice to this matter. Are we underpaying guards? Are we giving the guards the proper training we're supposed to give them? The people managing security companies, are they being encouraged like it is done in South Africa and in some other African country? Why is guards not working with the public security agency? Because these guards, they are numerous. They are in every nook and cranny.
Yeah.
Why are they not working with the police, the army, the OPMESA, to give them information as to what is going on? This is over to you.
Thank you very much. So the first thing is, let's take ownership as security service providers. Let's take ownership to say that, assuming I own a security company, it is my responsibility to ensure that my guards are properly trained.
Okay.
It is when my guards are properly trained that they can do the job for which I sent them. That's when they can do the job for which client is paying.
Okay.
So let's take ownership to say we have the duty to train our guards. According to NSCDC, when I was working with a security company, I wouldn't mention their name now. According to NSCDC standard, a trainee must undergo 21 topics in security, the likes of access control, search, patrol, crime prevention, surveillance, and all that. 21 before that person can be called a guard. So it's our duty to ensure that is done in the area of training.
Okay.
Now, going to clients.
Because security is more than opening and closing gates.
Yes. Now, going to the client, trust me, and I make bold to say, some organizations does not even know what they want. I've attended interviews where they call, for instance, CSO, and I see that the role that person will play is not even a CSO role. I've assisted people in recruitment when they say they want security supervisor. At the end of the day, I will tell them what you need is not a supervisor but a patrol officer. At the end of the day, you see that you will see, if you see job functions, if you see requirement for a job, they will be telling you they want a security, maybe a security manager who is not up to 35 years, who has 10 years experience. How on earth would you have bred someone, or how on earth would someone have grown to become a security manager, not just by name? I mean a qualified security manager who can write and make policies, who knows statutory laws, who know what he should know.
Who will be the management team?
Who will be a management team? Who will know consciously who he should report to and who he should not report to. I also make bold to say that some security managers are reporting to facility manager. Or facility managers, as the case may be. Some security managers are reporting to head of HR. I disrespectfully told an head of HR, so I cannot report to you. I'm sitting here in an interview with 18 certificates and certifications. I'm sure you don't even have one. In an interview, and I walked away. That sounds like it's rude, but the thing is, tomorrow I will now be reporting to that man. I'll be telling him what we need to do in security.
And he doesn't understand.
He will not even understand. And when he doesn't understand, he will not pass the right message. And when he's not passing the right message, the people he's talking to will not see it as his deficiency. They will see it as my own. No, I'm not going to do that.
Okay, but we're going to come back to that.
centered around the lack of knowledge by even the clients.
Take it again.
The lack of
No,
knowledge.
start again.
The need, I mean, the issue of guards being underpaid. Security guards being underpaid.
Yeah.
It is due to the lack of knowledge of
the clients.
The clients. Trust me, there are some companies, and it's, you see, when we now want to say what is not right, and we say that's Nigeria for you, it hurts me to my bone marrow. Because for God's sake, Nigerians are not, we're not sick people. We know what is right. When it comes to this, multinationals will not underpay their guys.
True.
Because that man who is an expatriate, who is coming from his country, knows how much a guard is earning in his country.
Bolaji, I run a security company, you know that. I sent a proposal to a client as we speak, and I gave him 80,000 naira per guard. Do you know what he told me? You want to pay a guard 80,000 naira? Like a guard is not human. That's a guard does not have a family. In Lagos here. And I told him, sir, I said, that's not all. You're going to pay 25% administrative charge. He was looking at me. Say, sir, if you cannot take 40,000 naira.
Can you imagine?
And I told him, sir, out of this 40,000 naira, government stipulated that we give guards 60% and 40% for us to run the business.
Not even minding HMO and other things.
Not the insurance and every other thing. I say, if you pay a guard, if you pay me 40,000 naira,
how much
will I pay a guard?
How much will be my own service charge?
And you want to sleep with your eyes closed.
In the case of liability, how much will you? How can you bear liability?
Exactly.
So that I wouldn't say that man is stingy. I mean, that organization is stingy. I would rather say they don't even know what they are doing.
That's my point.
So this is it. In risk assessment, the first thing to do is estimate or evaluate what the worth of that organization is.
Okay.
So if you tell me to come and deploy guard to a co-FM, and I know that everything, the human and the equipment, everything that makes up the facility in a hotel is worth 1 billion. Why will you not pay a guard 150,000 per month?
Or if you have a house that worth 100 million, 60 million, and you are not paying a guard 40,000.
I have a couple of guys feel like OBJ of security. How much do you think I say no now? You cannot just call.
Exactly. You have to look at your property.
Go get your service providers. Let them do a risk assessment. It is with that they will even determine the number of people needed for the facility. They plan their relief and whichever way they want to do it, and they will now tell you how much. But because they only look at money, they are not looking at the security implications. They are not looking at the liability.
They are not looking at
they are not looking at any other thing. They only look at money. So if you cannot pay a guard 80,000 in Lagos, in the first place, how do you even want to help them rationalize that 80,000?
Even that 80,000 is even enough?
Are you accommodating them?
Exactly.
Are you feeding them?
And the community
are you providing mobility for them? The answer is no. We have seen organizations that even provide feeding, one-time feeding for their staff and not security.
And again, I realize that a lot of organizations treat guard differently from their staff.
That's what I just told you now.
You pay your staff as early as on the 25th, 23rd, later. Or you don't even pay till
even food. Even some guards cannot go to the reception and take water from the dispenser. I know. Now I know. So the thing is, it's a two-way thing. As that, by the way, I wouldn't even run a security company and do manned guarding. I will not. All the people doing manned guarding, I pray for grace for them every now and then. Sincerely speaking, it is even too expensive to manage, right?
Yeah.
However, I will also turn it the other way around. If you are a security guard and you are hearing us now, and you are happy that we are saying you are being underpaid, I will also ask you, what's the level of training you've had?
Exactly.
How well have you developed yourself? I was in the army earning 33,000 naira. My first course was 97,000. When I told my Oga, Major Abo, military police officer, he was like, Bolaji, how are you doing this? I said, Oga, for tomorrow's sake.
That's right.
And by the grace of God, I'm freaking enjoying it.
And I need to say this too. I started as a guard in Lagos.
Oh, yeah.
I started as a guard in Lagos here. And because I felt that someday I need to have enough for myself.
Of course.
I had to go back to school.
So what they look at is that the money is not enough now. And I always tell them,
they don't prepare themselves.
When I'm introducing course to them, I tell them, the money that is not enough for you now, as a single man who is not married, will never be enough for you when you marry and have children. I always tell them, but you know, they're always looking at what. And I also make bold to say that when people approach me for training, I'll tell them, let's give ourselves 6 months. And even during when we're employing. So it's for us to get it right, so that they don't underprice us. If the company wants to underprice me, I walk away from the interview, man.
Security 247 on Echo 89.7 FM. Richard Amoa and Bolaji here. We're discussing about maintaining security and safety in Lagos State, and we're looking at guard situation today. And we're gonna go on a quick music break. When we come back, we are going to fire more because we really need to get the guards themselves to understand that they need to be somewhere better.
Absolutely.
Guys, don't touch the dial, we'll be back.
Yourself in an ever-changing world. Security 247. Your safety is our priority in moving Lagos forward.
Security 247 on Echo 89.7 FM. Richard Amoa and Bolaji Ogumola.
Egg clients, just do it for me to be seen or for me to be known.
Okay.
Or for it to be seen that my guards are out there. Right? I wouldn't be that kind of company. When you sell yourself less, you are prone to more liabilities.
Okay.
A security company was guiding our church. I was handling the security in my former church.
Okay.
And I got there in the morning on a Sunday to put things in order. And I saw this guy doing this. I said, "Okay, what are you doing here?" He said, "I may be security for here." I said, "You are a security in my church." Where I had the
security.
I just left. When pastor came, I just went straight to him. He said, "Prince, I know you will complain." And we got them fired. Trust me, that kind of person, at the slight dark of the day, he will go to bed. He will go and sleep.
And that's one thing a lot of people do not know, that a lot of their guards go to bed.
Oh, they go to bed.
Because, for example,
because they're not motivated.
Do you know what the client will say? "I need just one guard." I say, "Sorry, sir, I don't do one guard."
Of course.
You want a guard to protect your house, so you go to bed, he goes to bed.
And he goes to bed too. And tomorrow you come and meet him.
Is it that a lot of us do not understand the workability of a security guard?
May I shock you? They know, on the other hand.
I don't think they
are just being human. Let me prove to you that they know. This person you are talking, for instance, this person that came to you would not be driving a car for less than 7 million naira. Anybody who is driving a car that is not less than 7 million naira, you know you are not going to buy 2,000 watt oil.
Yeah.
You know you are going to buy a better oil.
Yeah.
That will sustain your engine. So if you know there's an oil that sustains your engine better than the other, then why are you paying your guard less? A vehicle that is moving you.
Okay. Well, let's call the number again. Okay. 0805-8975-897. Guys, call in. Tell us what's the security situation in your area, or do you want to be part of our discussion tonight? Because Bolaji, there's something I want us to quickly look at again.
Okay.
I believe in this public private partnership. A lot of communities need to work with the public security.
Right.
A lot. And that's been an issue in Lagos State, where we see a lot of community where some of them don't even, the nearest police station to them is about 500 kilometers or 500 whatever, but far away. How do we begin we need to really encourage Lagosians to do what? To partner with the police.
Okay. Seen many people from other parishes.
Yeah.
They select volunteers among themselves and give them the reflective jacket to work as security. That is to say, they recognize the effort.
Okay.
When Muslim want to do big programs, in the CDA, there was a time in an estate that I know that someone knew. There's in an estate, I think that was when 10 of you, let's be running shift. 10 of you will be outside with this night to complement security. They began to run shift among themselves to protect their estates.
Okay, Bolaji, let me quickly tell our listeners so they can actually send WhatsApp message again to that number on 0805-8975-897. 5897. Guys, you can send a message. Let's hear from you, or you can call if you want to call. Let's hear from you. I want us to look at best practice when it comes to issue of security. I said it earlier. I'm going to say it again. Fostering community engagement, encourage active community participation when it comes to security and safety in our. Hello.
Yeah.
Yes. Good evening. Your name? Are we calling us from? Hello. Good evening.
Yeah. Actually, I just want to bring it up.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. Whoa. Okay. Hello. Oh, sorry. The line is still on, but you can go ahead. 08058975897. Please do try to call back. I know that sometimes network can be very crazy here. So, Bolaji, fostering community engagement. You can see that I'm hammering so much on it when in Lagos State here. I want us to, because a time has come for us to not to give an excuse that police will do this, police will do that. We have every number 767-112. Call and leave your information. Let's pick this call. Hello. 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 Wow. Can you hear me? Hello. Okay. Go ahead, Bolaji.
Okay, so talking about fostering good relationship between the people and the security agencies, particularly the police. I want to reverse the case now. When there's an insecurity in your immediate environment, who is the